face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake, 'cause I don't fucking care.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we're playing some more NHL 17, and we're going to be talking about how you can determine if a player is going to get a player of the game, milestone, and team of the week. And we're not looking at any of them cards. We're looking at these pretty movembers because we want one of these Sergei Bobrovskys. But if you are investing in movembers, you're going to want to know how players get these milestones, player of the games, and team of the weeks. So that's why we're going to be talking about them today, so you guys understand how you get them. We'll start off with milestones, I guess. Why not? So a milestone, there's quite a few ways you can get a milestone, actually. But somebody like Ryan Kesler, I think he got his for like 500th career point, which was lower than normal. Usually the threshold's like 600 points, I think. But I guess they lowered it this year. So if a guy gets 500 points, that'll get him a milestone. You get 300 assists or more, that's a milestone. Say like 300 assists, 400 assists, 500 assists, 600 assists. And then don't hold me against it, but I think it's, I want to say 300 goals, but they might give it to you for 200 goals, to be quite honest. But I don't want to lowball it and tell you wrong. So I'm just going to tell you 300 goals, 400 goals, 500, 600, 700, 800. Same deal. Points. Like I said, 500 points. What else is there? Games played. They'll give you a milestone for games played. Anything 800 games played or more. So 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100. And then there's also, they do a little bit less predictable, but they still do stuff like with Yager where, well, Yager's is a little bit more predictable. He gets a milestone every other week, it seems like. But where he, becomes 5th all time on a list or something, 4th all time, 3rd all time. That's when they'll give you a milestone for that. Or like I think Holtby got a milestone for being fastest guy to reach 150 career wins, or top 5 fastest guys. I don't know, but stuff like that, they'll give guys milestones too, just like they did with Patrick Lane. I didn't say Lane, I promise. With the hat trick deal, and then Austin Matthews with 4 goals in his first game. They'll do stuff like that as well. Then let's talk about the team of the week. Look at that, Crosby, 900K. I'll take that. But team of the week, the first line team of the week is offensive stats. So whoever had the best offensively wise stats for the week, say you had 6 points or something, most guys had 4, or you had the most points in a week, odds are that guy's going to get a team of the week that week. I always like to think if a guy has 6 points, he's a pretty sure lock to get a team of the week, unless it's a really high scoring week where there's 4 or 5 guys with 6 points in that week. But otherwise, I like to think 6 points is a really good threshold to say a guy's 6 points, he's got a pretty good chance at a team of the week. And then defensive wise, usually you see around 4 or 5 points. But then the second line team of the week is defensive stats. That's a little bit harder to predict. I haven't quite figured out their whole formula logic between that. Some people like to say Corsi's in it. Some like to say block shots. Some like to say poke checks, takeaways. I just like to avoid it in general because it's really hard to predict. That's just me though. And then goalies the same way. Usually plays 2 or 3 games. Usually whoever has best goals against, best save percentage kind of combination deal usually sees the team of the week for a goalie. Oh, right. You're probably going to know this too. Team of the weeks, they go by, even though team of the weeks come out on Wednesday, stats go from, say today's Friday. That doesn't help at all. The team of the week came out this Wednesday, right? Well, the stats for that team of the week went from Monday to Sunday. That's how they determine the Wednesday. You don't start, it's not Wednesday to Wednesday, it's Monday to Sunday. So starting this Monday and going all the way to all the games, including the end of this weekend, Sunday, you take all the stats from those 7 days, and that's where they come up with the team of the week. You don't go Wednesday to Wednesday. They go Monday to Sunday just to confuse the piss out of us, I guess. All right, so that leaves us with player of the games, and I guess we're going to start with the goalie criteria first. Why not? Because a guy like Carey Price just stared at me, said, buy me. Goalie criteria, what was I getting at? 35 saves and up, and then a shutout will almost certainly get you a player of the game. So I think he had, I couldn't even tell you, who am I kidding? But if he had like 38 saves and no goals allowed, shutout, won the game, obviously, they're going to give you a player of the game for that. Anything above 35 saves. I know they're a little different. Sometimes if a guy's got like something ridiculous, like 50 saves and a goal, I'll give it to you, but how often does that happen? And they'd have to win that game. Then we'll talk about the forwards. Why not, all right? So forwards, it's 4 points. Easy criteria, really. 4 points, and they have to win the game. If they don't win the game, they don't get the player of the game. But say they get 2 goals, 2 assists, they get the player of the game. But you know what I did notice, though, that they are weird about it. And there is no formula for it, I guess. And that's, I remember earlier in the year, Marchand and Pasternak, they're on the same line. But Marchand had 5, they both had 5 points. One had 5 or one had 4. And they only gave the player of the game to Marchand, even though both are worthy. So if they're on the same team, it can be a little bit sketchy on if they're going to give both of them a player of the game or not. So that's kind of Yeah, I don't know, sticky situation, I guess. And then defensemen. How about you, Dougie Hamilton? Defensemen are just 3 points. You don't need 4, you need 3. It can be 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 assists, anything. Same with forwards, by the way. If you had 4 assists, you should get a player of the game, just like my boy Tyler Sagan did last night. It's good fantasy value I got right there. He had 4 assists last night, and they won the game. So, yeah, and that was my goalie. He dropped all those points on, by the way. Anyway, he had 4 points. They won the game. So he should see a player of the game tonight. If all else fails, I don't know why he wouldn't see a player of the game. You can come back and yell at me, I guess, because he should definitely have one. But like I said, defense, 3 points, can be any sort of points at all. But again, they have to win the game or they won't get one. Now that we are talking about play of the games, though, usually, I say usually because they did something different this week. If a guy gets like a player of the game, 99.5% of the time, they're not going to get a team of the week the following week because they got a player of the game card. But I say 99.5% of the time because for the first time I've ever actually seen it, Devin Dubnyk had a team of the week this week, and he had a player of the game. He even went out and said, like last year, the guy had a player of the game, the guy had a milestone, he doesn't get a team of the week. But then this is NHL 17 and a new game, I guess, so who knows what they want to do with that. Usually, though, count on it. Guys, a player of the game, he's not going to see a team of the week, especially if he's a forward because, you know, if he's got 4 or 5 points in one game, and like I said earlier, 6 points will get you a team of the week. He got all of his points in one game, that's why he's got it. So it kind of weighs down on the whole giving a team of the week thing. I guess Dubnyk had a couple of good games besides the one he got a player of the game for, so they gave it to him. But anyway, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Hope you, on your quest to getting some coins doing those movembers, or you just want to know how these players get cards for milestones, player of the game, team of the weeks, whatever. But if you have any other questions, as always, guys, please drop a comment below. I'll try to help you out if you got any questions. Like I said, thanks for watching, guys. As always, hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.